What you working on today?
Cages like I do every day.
Cages?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with us getting started with all these animals, it seems like all I do is build cages.
Yeah.
So today we need a rabbit tractor for the rabbits because next week they will be 5 weeks old and need to be moved outside. So I started off by ripping some 2x4s into 2x2s to make the frame out of.
Okay.
So maybe we'll cut it up into the right dimensions real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And assemble.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and flesh all these up and mark them all 6 feet, which is going to be the total length of our tractor.
Why 6 feet?
I don't know, because they're 8-foot boards, that'll give me a 2-foot piece at the end. We can always go bigger, you know. I don't think any of the cages I've built, I've been happy with them, you know, right after I found improvements, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, it's this end that we got flushed up. So out of the roughly 2-foot pieces that we had left for the end, we're going to cut out some 22-inch pieces, which will give our wall height a finished height of 25 inches. Our wire is 24 inches tall, so that'll give us a 1/2 inch on the top and bottom of wiggle room to be able to get a staple in and not have to worry about it coming out of the top and bottom.
Half an inch is big enough, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
I think so.
What do you think it needs to be?
I don't know. You're the brains.
All right, so we cut all those 22.
Okay. So what are we going to use to put it together?
We're going to glue it and nail it.
Okay.
We'll actually probably screw these ends. We're going to glue it also. And then we're going to grab a bunch of small pieces of the 2x2 and make some corner braces.
So what are you making now?
Now we're going to make some just some 45 braces for the corners.
Okay. For the corners to the sidewalls?
Huh?
You're making 45 braces for the corners for the sidewalls?
Yeah, the
Okay.
sidewalls. So. And we're probably going to say that that is about big enough. So we'll put this stop on there. This way they'll all be the same size.
Okay.
Alright, then I'm going to take my pencil. I'll get a bigger pencil though.
You need 4 of those for each side?
We'll end up having a support piece in the middle too.
Oh, okay.
So we'll end up needing 8 for each side.
Oh, okay.
We'll go ahead and put this marker here so I'll know where to put this brace in case we move this off and start using it for something else.
That's a good idea.
Alright, so we're going to assemble this sidewall, which is basically putting some of this tight bond exterior wood glue. It's real good wood glue. And it's also real cold.
Yeah.
It's going on like caulk. Get this sticker out again. Okay. Might as well put this one we gotta turn upside down.
Good.
Alright, so we're going to glue all these and screw them with these 2.5 inch screws. And then we'll start throwing some braces in. I may even put a piece in the middle, another 22 inch piece. We can start first. Ready?
Yeah. So you'll have 2 of these. This is the wall.
That's the long side right there.
Sidewall.
And then these will just be glued and screwed in there like this on all 4 sides.
Okay. And the wire is
24 inches.
okay.
So this is 25.
Okay, that's plenty. We got inch on either side. We're good.
All right, so you want to start putting some glue on those braces?
Yeah. I need to rub it in.
I mean, if you could put a dot on there like you had been putting on there.
I'll have to do it like this.
That'd be fine. We're just gonna air nail these on there, and the nails are really just gonna hold them in place until the glue sets up.
Is that good?
Yeah, you got some.
Okay.
Source.
Oh,
So that's, yeah, I'm gonna put another one in the middle.
okay.
All right, so that's one finished sidewall. So now we're gonna knock another one out real quick, and then we'll work on the end pieces.
So you cut 2 pieces of 2 by 2. How long?
Push in there. You get it?
Yeah.
All right, so we cut several pieces of 2 by 2, 21 inches, which is going to give us a finished width of 24 inches. We're going to let these bar clamps just kind of hold together, then we'll glue and screw the top, and then we'll flip it and then glue and screw the bottom.
So why are you pre-drilling it?
I've already got a screw in the ends of these, so to keep from splitting it, I'm gonna pre-drill them. I'm drilling them at an angle to dodge my screw. Are you blue?
Yeah. You want the soft sides out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready? You work right your hand, I'll get this in. Ready?
Yeah. Good?
Yeah. And if for those of y'all that, I mean, if you don't know about these grip right screws, I don't know if you can see that. Can you tell me if that's close enough for them to see?
Yeah.
So they got a little star-shaped head and this little star-shaped bit, but they strip a lot less than a Phillips head. And they make them in all different sizes. We're using 2.5s on everything here. And I usually keep my 2.5s by the tub because that's what I use most of the time. But these grip right screws are make all this construction so much easier.
Need some more glue. So this wood is not treated. Rabbits like to nibble on wood, so this won't last as long as wood that was treated, but we don't want our rabbits munching on treated wood, so. Okay, what do you think, Boo? Does it meet your specifications? Okay, so we got the frame built. Now we're gonna cover it with wire. So, is that okay, Boo? Boo, it's Boo approved. We're good. Okay, so we got the pin on its side.
Yeah, so the height of the pin, if you remember, is 25 inches, which is this 24-inch wire. Can you see this right here? So that gives us plenty of room to get a staple in, you know, on the top and bottom, with it not being the same height as the pin. So now I'm gonna take the staple gun, which makes it really easy, and run down through here and staple it. We're using 1x1 wire. You could get by if you're just doing rabbits with like 1x2, but these pins may be multi-purpose for us, as in put the quail in there too. So we're gonna use 1x1 wire. That's a good size to try to keep raccoons from reaching their hands in there and grabbing a victim. So we're gonna staple this down, trying to keep it as tight and straight as we can as we go. I may even get a little mallet.
I'm just gonna mallet it down or hammer it down.
So I want to keep some pressure on it to try to keep it tight, and hit it about every 6 inches, keeping up the whole time. And the whole time I'm trying to eyeball, make sure I'm staying in between my two 2x2s.
Yeah.
So we'll stick this wire on there and show it to you after we get the wire.
All right, tell us about what you've done.
So we covered it with wire, and then
The sides.
the sides, and then we're gonna put a little box on the end just for a shelter, and it's just gonna be temporary. I mean, we ended up putting wire all the way around it, and it just gives us the ability to, if we want to take those little scrap plywood, that's all it was, just scrap plywood we had. If we want to take the scrap plywood sides off, we can take those off and use the cage for something else. Okay, so we got the enclosure made, and it's probably temporary, but it's going to work for the quail. We did throw a little false floor in there. You know, that'll give the quail, which is what I'm worried about right now, is the quail, a place to get up off the ground if it's muddy. I mean, they'll end up crapping all over it, but we'll flip it if we need to. You just scrape it and flip it. And we put some 2x4 wire on the bottom so that nothing can dig in.
Yeah, but we also did it so the rabbits and the quail can forage.
Yeah.
Get to grass up under there.
So now we're basically going to build the same frame for the top so that we can attach the tin to the top and put the tin on the top, and that'll pretty much be it. Quail don't forage that. I mean, they aren't like chickens and scratch around constantly, but they will get some benefit to being on the ground, and we will leave them in here for another couple of weeks, and then we'll process those quail, and then the rabbits will, at least some of the rabbits will come in here. We got to build another one kind of just like it. So
this
anyway.
was originally started for the rabbits, but they're not ready to go in there, so we're gonna go ahead and use it.
We're just gonna go ahead and stick the quail in there.
Yeah.
And get some use out of it.
And it's a better design for the rabbits, probably, than the quail. It may be a little bit too tall for the quail.
Yeah, I mean, there's Glenda brought up, and I'd forgotten the fact that that they could fly up enough to hit their heads and break their necks. So I guess we're just gonna, we're gonna watch them this first day and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, and see if the animals scare them. They can't get up much running room in here, but we just have to see.
Yeah. Well, and we can make a temporary canopy to take up a few inches off the top if it looks like it's going to be a problem. So.
Yeah, I can take that same 2x4 wire and make a false ceiling in it, which will cut the height of the pin down by half if I need to.
Yeah, that'll work.
So.
Okay, so We just finished building the door that's gonna come up. We'll put some tin on it in a second. We went ahead and added these little wire things for a temporary use for quail, just so they won't be able to fly up too high. Plus, when you're opening the door to put the food and the water in, you know, you don't want the entire thing open because you don't want the quail to come in and out. So we'll probably take this off when we use it for rabbit, won't we? Will we take that wire off?
Yes.
Use it for rabbit? But for now, if we're using it for quail this week, you know, this is gonna work well. So we're about to put some tin on here and put the quail in there. They've got a nice little box to get in out of the weather with a little piece of wood in there. So far so good. I like the way it's turning out. And I like the fact that we can move them around and let them do some rotational grazing. So I like it. I do.
So this is basically the, I need to get some pliers and bend these corners in so they don't cut anybody. This is basically the design, or the main idea came from Kevin at Living Tradition, so I appreciate him and his channel. I mean, if you haven't checked out his channel, you need to check it out, because I mean, they do a lot of homesteading stuff and the right way. So thanks Kevin for helping us out with this.
Okay, let's move it outside and get some quail in there.
All right. So here's the tractor with birds. It's going to take them a little bit to get acclimated to it. She loves it. So tomorrow I'll get them a bigger feeder and water, and we'll start on another one.
They like it?
Yep.
I don't know what you think about being out on the ground. What do y'all think, babies? I think they're gonna like it.
All right. All right, that's it for the quail and rabbit tractor video.
Yep.
Hope y'all enjoyed it. We had fun building it. We got a couple more to build.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm glad she helped me today, because it speeds me up, and she picks up where I leave off most of the time. A lot of times picks up all of it, you know. But anyway, so hopefully they'll be happy. Got a few more to build, but we're pros at it now.
Yeah, I like seeing them on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they enjoy being on the ground, so.
So if you like the video, if you have any questions, comment below.
Any suggestions, you know?
Absolutely.
Let us know if anything you've done works better. But like we said, this is going to be a rabbit quail tractor interchangeably. So
yeah,
I think it'll work good.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Have a good one.
Bye.